I'm out in the garden today because I want to talk to you about something that's important to me, and you know that the garden is important. And I think it's that I'm having a wee bit of a crisis, an artistic, creative crisis, and you might be having one of these too. Of course, there's the compare game. We all fall into that trap, right? There's the numbers game, the vanity numbers. You know, how many subscribers do I have? How many likes did I get on Instagram? But for me, what I'm feeling right now is this pull from my three loves. I love working with paper. I love working with natural materials, and I love working with fabric and fiber. And I have had comments from some well-meaning people, perhaps, and maybe some of them aren't so well-meaning. You know, we have some of those in our lives too. But from people that have said, you know, well, why aren't you doing more work with paper? Why aren't you doing more work with natural materials? Why aren't you doing more work with fabric and fiber? And sometimes I combine them all. I can't please everybody. And I know that. You know, logically, I know I can't please everybody. But in my heart, of course, you want to be everything to everyone. And it's not possible. It's absolutely not possible to be all things to all people. And this is not a problem that the rest of the world has really put on me, even with some comments from people. It's a problem I put on myself. The phrase, you know, jack of all trades and master of none. And I don't even know that there's a solution except to just keep following my heart and making things my way. But I'm piling a heap of guilt on myself. Oh, I haven't made anything with paper lately. Oh, I haven't made anything with fabric lately. Oh, I haven't done this lately. And I want to get rid of the guilt. I just want to drop it at the side of the road and kick it into the dumpster. I don't need guilt. Guilt does not make good art. It really doesn't. Creative minds need the freedom to create with whatever interests them at the moment. And I need to remember that. Again, this is not the world ganging up on me. This is Susan beating up on Susan. And Susan needs to stop. She just needs to stop. And I'm sharing this because I think maybe some of you are doing the same thing. Maybe some of you are feeling like, oh, well, so-and-so is a paper crafter and she has all these subscribers, or she has all these sales in her Etsy shop, or she has all these likes on Instagram. I should be doing what so-and-so is doing. No, no. And this no is going to Susan first, and then it's going out to you, okay? You need to do your thing. And my thing happens to be paper, fabric, fibers, and natural materials. And sometimes they're all going to come together, and sometimes they're not. You'll see a recent video of mine, hopefully if I get the technical stuff worked out, where I did an unboxing of a bunch of vintage items that I bought from one online sale, and a bunch of lace I bought from another online sale. And you might think, Susan, we've never seen you do anything like that before. So, it interests me. There's stuff that I want to explore. There's so much stuff I've done that I've never shown. And I'm sure that's the same thing with you too. It's the stuff that we do and we look at it and we say, wow, that's not quite good enough to put out in public. And that's okay. We need to experiment. We need to play around with other things. And I guess this little rant is just for me. And I'm sharing it in case there's one of you out there having the same issue. It's okay to love to do a whole bunch of different things. Just go out and do them with a whole heart and make that art that comes from your love of working with the materials that make you the happiest. And don't listen to the comments from all the other people. And I say this as a small businesswoman, okay? My business is making things to sell. So you would think that that would be my driving force, right? What can I make that people are going to want to buy? But every single time I try to do that, every single time I try to focus on what is it that people are going to buy from me, I mess myself up. I lose the joy that comes from creating. That does not mean I'm not making things to sell, but that is not the first thought that comes into my head. I'm not thinking, oh wow, I'm going to make this and it's going to sell and it's going to be awesome. No, it's like I want to explore this and I'm going to play with this. And then if somebody wants to buy it, that's going to be awesome because they're going to know that I started creating with something that excited me, that got me wanting to play with it. And this is a real ramble rant, but I'm just really trying to straighten some things out in my head. I have 3 things that I love working with. I guess 4: fabric, fiber, paper, and natural materials. Sometimes they come together, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I spend months just working in one area, and sometimes I don't. It's okay. it's all okay, right? The important thing, always, the important thing is to follow our heart into the art we want to create. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.